It's what they do. They like to do that. They love to do that a lot. They like to stand on their podium, say their little speech, then leave because they can't handle conversation. You want to know the
Oh my
one
God,
thing?
you're so much better than me because I would have cut him off.
Yeah. No, I'll let them say whatever they want to say. I mean, I do try to foster like inviting conversation with everybody that disagrees outside of like hardline fascists. What's up? Do you support Trump? No. Yeah, but no, if you want to know something that is definitely going to be phased out of American politics, definitely with like an intellectual enlightenment, is going to be people like that. That just want, like think that whatever they say is right, don't really put much like, evidence-based research into what they say. Then not even like when anybody like calls them out on their bullshit or like pushes on them, they disengage. They disengage before anybody has a chance to call them out on their bullshit. Like that echo chamber, like that's the one that's going to diminish and phase out and go away as soon as Trump's out of the office. I mean, that is what Donald Trump invited. The whole lie, 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 lie. Spew wrongs, say whatever you want, and then whenever anybody disagrees with you, fucking sue them or disengage. Like that is what is going to be phased out. Now, welcome in, Pale. Do you support Trump? Gotta mute your mic there, man. Holy shit. Yo, Caitlin! Thank you for the $200 donation over on Venmo. This person has an echo. Caitlin, thank you so much for the love, dude. We are paying the bills with Trump's name today. Holy fuck, yo. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you for that, Caitlin. If everybody could please show some love to Caitlin down below in that comment section while we're working on loading that next guest up, that would be great. That's Caitlin with a K, by the way. Go ahead.
Sorry. I got two whenever you finish.
Okay, quickly. Caitlin says, you deserve all the donations and so much more. Thank you for being a voice for the voiceless. You are amazing. Please stay safe and please keep fighting the good fight. Caitlin, I really appreciate you so much for being here. You've been so kind to me today and yesterday. Holy crap, Caitlin. I don't even know if like saying thank you will do enough. Just know that I really appreciate you. You were so incredibly kind. Thank you, Caitlin. Show some love to Caitlin down below. As well as Alexandria. I'd like to thank you for the $20 donation over on Venmo 10 minutes ago. Seeing me and my bestie Devlin love your live streams. I appreciate you and Devlin for being here, Alexandria. Shout out to Alexandria and Devlin down below. And then Libby, 4 minutes ago, with the $50 over on Venmo. Holy shit. Thank you so much for the love, Libby. Thank you so much. Let's get 500 Libby W's down below. Libby says, that last guest was a black man who was okay with Hulk Hogan, an explicit racist at Trump's campaigning events. That's a good point. You know, like what could the systemic impacts of that been socially speaking on like promoting the acceptance of racism? Absolutely, Libby. As well as Emily, thank you for the $20 on Venmo, saying to keep fighting the good fight, Dean. You'll never be phased out. Well, I appreciate you so much for your kind words. Show some love to all the donors down below: Alexandria, Libby, Caitlin, and Emily. Thank you guys so much for your love and for your kindness. As well as I'd like to thank Mary for the $10, and then Lauren for the $15, and saying sending love from Germany. Love to Germany. Thank you for being here, Lauren. Thank you for the $15. Thank you so much. Show some love to all of our donors down below in that box. If you got a couple people to thank over at Santana.
Yeah, really quick, just two W's in the chat for Jesse. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, listen, he crashed out before I could say a word. So yeah, that happened. Also, Priscilla, thank you for the 1. Yeah, I was going to get into the whole government housing thing. Like, it's weird how they come up and they have these obscure talking points that can easily be, refuted. And also they don't stand on any type of morals. So thank you for the donations.
Welcome in, Suits. Do you support Trump?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
It's because I love Hitler. I love Hitler. I love Hitler. I love Hitler. I love Hitler.
All right. Goodbye. We're going to move on to the next guest, guys. Let's see what the next guest has to say. Make sure you're in that queue that you support Trump. We're going to get reloaded into the stream. You know what would be great, everybody, is if you don't even give what that last guest had a reaction. He just came up here to say that to get a reaction. That's obviously why. So if we just all like don't give him what he wants, we don't give him that reaction. Like imagine how embarrassed he must feel. We're gonna move on to the next guest, Tylen. Everyone, just give us a minute to get that next guest loaded in. Give us a minute to get that next guest, guys. Go to put a mag with the image double. What? What? Holy shit! What an echo. Jeez. Okay. We're going to move on to the next guest here, everybody. Guys, we are seriously looking for one Trump supporter to come up here and have a debate with us. If you're in that queue, make sure that you're at least 18 years old, you're from America, and you are willing and ready to come up here and have a debate about why you support Trump. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that took a while to answer. Take it away. Yeah. Why do you support Trump?
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's a good dude. Okay, well, apart from that being like an incredibly like intellectually lazy response, it's also not true. Good men don't rape women. Good men don't sexualize 10-year-old girls. Good men don't boast about perving on naked underage teenage girls at Miss Teen USA. Good men certainly don't say the best thing that could ever happen to a woman is pregnancy, and good men also don't advocate for the total segregation of all Muslims from being barred from entry into America. Good men also don't advocate for trillions of dollars worth of cuts to reduce the after-tax income in totality of the average American and everybody below the average American. And good men are not best friends with P3DOs and billionaire human traffickers.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, so I came up here to just kind of say that, like, the only thing he's been good on is the border. Everything else, he's practically failing. So,
Okay, so overall, do you support him or not?
it's getting harder to.
Okay, well, I'm
It's
going to make it
getting
even.
harder to.
I'm going to make it even
He's
harder.
not-
I'm going to make it even harder for you. I don't know if this
Yeah.
will like be a debate or whatnot because it seems like you don't really support him, but I'm going to make it even harder for you to support him just real quick if you'll give me 30 seconds here. The only reason why we've seen a reduction in undocumented entry is because he's a fucking fascist that is violating the human and constitutional rights of the immigrants in this country. We've seen a reduction in undocumented entry not because of better border secure, better border patrol, or like long-form proactive policy to fix the issues that exist at the southern border. It's the same reason why we've seen a reduction in tourism, why we've seen a reduction in travel for business or leisure. It all relates back to his treatments of immigrants that are already in the country. He is restructuring the incentives for entry in the first place. Undocumented immigrants expect a higher quality of life, so maybe that's why they enter, but they are no longer doing that because he is violating the human and constitutional rights of those that are already in the country by sending people like Abrigo Garcia to be beaten and tortured for 3 weeks in El Salvador, or illegally deporting undocumented immigrants, ignoring their constitutional right to due process.
Well, that did make it harder for me.
And
That was weird.
if you'd like to see a long-form video about me addressing more of my thoughts as it relates to immigration, go to my TikTok account. I want you to scroll down around, I don't know, like what is it? 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. It is my 22nd video, my 21st video that you'll find on the page. It has 6.4 million views, and it's me sitting a little bit like this with a red long sleeve polo on. It is a 5.5 minute video going over exactly why I think that Donald Trump's immigration policy absolutely sucks. So, yeah, I'd recommend that too. Thank you for joining.
I am curious, right? I voted for Trump in 2016. Then I didn't do it in 2020. I voted for Jo Jorgensen. I thought she was a great candidate. It's kind of upsetting that she didn't even get a chance to get in the debates. But then I went back to Trump this past election. I'm just curious who you see as a contender on the left, because I'm not against voting for somebody on the left if they, make some good points and you know what I mean? Like if they have stuff that I agree with, then I'll vote for them. I'm
Yeah, for
not
sure.
right. I'm not wrong.
I'll answer your question. I'm going to kick you, though, to move on to debate, but I will answer your question nonetheless. I think the big contenders on the left right now are going to be Pete Buttigieg, Kamala Harris, and maybe even Gavin Newsom. And that's not speaking for my approval or disapproval. That's just speaking for where the public sentiment lies. Welcome in.
Don't forget Andy Bashir.
I'm just here to say I'm proud of your mustache, man. I'm glad you're growing one now. You're looking good, son. And tell them to unmute me, please.
Okay. Wait, have you been here before? Okay.
Right.
He has been here before. We're going to move on to the next guest. Everyone, just give us a minute to get that next guest loaded into the box, everyone. Go to put a MAGA with your age down below in that chat if you'd like to join, y'all. We got Side Valve Big Twin loading in right now, everybody. Dude, oh my God, Caitlin with another $100 donation over on Venmo. Jeez, Caitlin, you've shown so much love today. Caitlin says, I split this between yourselves, between Santana and Dean. You are both doing such amazing work, and we greatly appreciate it. Dean and Santana, you are amazing. Caitlin, that is so kind of you. Everybody, show some love to Caitlin down below. Yo, Santana,
You already know what I'm gonna say, Dean.
if you could send me over the link to your Venmo on text, I'd love to send that to you.
You already know what I'm gonna say, Dean.
It better not. It better be the handle of your Venmo.
Yeah, whatever. No.
Send it over.
Thank
No.
you, Caitlin. You're awesome.
That's going to you, bro. Text me your Venmo right now. If you don't, I'm just gonna ask my Discord. They already know what it is. So you know what? Actually, Discord.
Friends don't do that with friends. I'll tell you the same thing I tell Parker. Start a tab. We'll next time we see each other, we'll do dinner. It'll be dinner on you.
Well, it can be dinner on me, and I'll send that over to you. Discord, you know what to do. Send me over his Venmo. I'm going to get that over to him. Now, welcome in. Do you support Trump, new guest?
Hell no.
Based? Hell yeah, based alert. Okay, guys, how about this? Go ahead and put a MAGA down below in that chat if you support Trump. Yo, Damon, also thank you for the $20 super chat over on Vimeo, YouTube, saying this money can be used for a sandwich. Good job, dude. Hell yes. W sandwich money. More Uncrustables, another like 3 weeks worth of Uncrustables. LFG, dude. Fuck yes. Thank you for the $20, Damon. You were phenomenal. As well as Laser with the $25 over at Vimeo. Laser says, Dean, as an 18-year-old black woman who's experienced racism for most of my life, I just wanted to say thank you for speaking up and standing up for us. Keep fighting the good fight, sir. Laser, all the love to you. Thank you for being a part of the community, and thank you so much for watching the streams. All the love to you, Laser. Show some love to Laser and Damon down below. Now, welcome in, Tucker. Do you support Trump?
Yeah, lad. So I reckon I like cheese. Yeah. What do you reckon on cheese?
Okay, big cheese fan over here. 18-month age good is the best. Some goat cheese from Holland's also phenomenal. Throw that on a little rosemary salt cracker with some of that fig jam. And oh my lord, you are floating because your taste buds are soaring through the skies like it's heaven. Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
Yes.
All right. How old are you?
23.
And why do you support Trump?
I don't. I'm Canadian. I just wanted to ask you a question, to be honest.
No. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, I don't know what's going on, bro. This queue sucks today. Y'all, please follow the rules.
There's someone in the chat that I know for sure is a Trump supporter. His name's Elliot, and the reason why I know is because he talks crap in my chat all the time, but is afraid to request up. But he was saying MAGA like he wanted to come up. So Elliot, get in the box. I don't see you.
If Elliot hops in, we'll happily have a chat. Welcome in, the Chum Guy. Do you support Trump?
Sorry.
You have been in the queue since I started the stream. That guest has been in the queue for the last 45 minutes. They were literally one of the very first people to join, and I finally got around to them. They have heard me repeat the rules like a billion times. I do not accept your apology. I don't accept your apology. Welcome in. What's going on, Miranda? Do you support Trump? No, Miranda's not here. Okay, guys, we are officially done pulling from the queue. At this point, we are only going to be pulling from the comment section. So now is your point. Now is your time to shine. If you want to come up, put a MAGA in the chat with your age. Don't forget the age. If you are in America, at least 18 years old, and support Donald J. Trump, and you are ready and willing to come up here on live and have a conversation with me and Parker. How about that? How about it? How about it, everybody? How about it? Okay, Gabby's down there spamming MAGA 23. For whatever reason, I can't invite you. Let's go and get Baza up here. Guys, put a MAGA with your age down below. We'll happily get you pulled up. Yo, Anna, thank you for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat. I actually need to look into Andy Bashir. That's a good idea.
Hold on.
Thank you, Anna.
Sorry.
What's
My
up?
bad.
What's up? You support
How
Trump?
are you? Oh, hold on. Yes, I do. But I did have a.
Wait, what time
before we
is
get
it?
into that one, I do have a real quick question for you, mate.
Oh, did I say me and Parker? Sorry, not Parker Santana. I'm sorry, Santana. I accidentally called you Parker.
I've been called worse.
I've watched like Parker do that to you. It's because Parker and me co-host so much. I think that both like me and Parker have accidentally called our co-hosts that aren't either of us like each other's names.
I get it, especially when you're trying to multitask.
Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad. We're gonna go to get that next Trump supporter up in here, as well as I gotta go open up the door to the office because my kitty's trapped. My kitty's she's sitting so patiently at the door. I need to go let her out. Welcome in. What's up, Jack? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
All right, take it away. Why do you support the worst president of your life?
Well, I got one thing to say, and that's just Cookie King logs you to oblivion.
Right, yeah. The Mount Max.
Yeah.
The Mount Max.
He does.
Really put him
He's
on
been
the map.
doing really good.
So real. So why do you support
Yeah.
Trump?
Nah, I don't.
Okay, bye, Jack. We're on like, I don't know, 20 minutes without a debate now? Getting crazy, everybody. Nobody wants to chat.
Hold on. I see Elliot. He just dropped. Let me send him an invite.
Welcome in, Toby. Do you support Trump?
This type of debate is not helpful.
Okay, are you trying to debate me on that? See the flaw in your logic? You're trying to debate me on if debate is helpful.
I'm
or
going
not.
to 80 miles per hour on the 101.
Yeah, pop out of here, bro. Stay safe. Moving on to the next guest. I need to. All right, guys, we're gonna go get the next guest up here. I gotta go release a cat.
Yeah, I got you.
Damn, that's crazy.
300. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hell yeah. I mean, I didn't vote for Trump, but I am one. I voted
How
for
old
the
are you?
I did a little jokey joke with my group.
Sure. How old are you?
18.
Okay, what year were you born?
Kitty's been released.
2007.
2007.
Of May. Yeah.
Yo, are you MAGA?
I mean, not MAGA.
Support
Wait,
Trump?
what month?
Yeah, I support May.
Okay.
All right, why do you support Trump, bro?
I mean, I love his policies on, what's it called? I'm a little slow today. Deportation.
So you support his policy of mass deportation?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Because I think there's better ways to get into this country than sneaking in.
Okay. How about this? Also, don't call yourself slow, bro. That's not good. Don't do that.
I've been
Don't do
called
that.
slow my entire life.
Yeah,
Well,
but that's ableist.
Yeah, never accept that from anybody. Don't call yourself that. Now, all right, how about this? Would you agree with me that conceptually speaking, a bad policy would be one that produces more negative outcomes than positive outcomes, and a good policy would be one that produces more positive outcomes than negative outcomes?
Yeah.
So your goal in the debate would be to argue that there's more positive than negative outcomes of mass deportation. My goal would be to argue that there's more negative outcomes than positive ones, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start off by naming the negative outcomes, and then you'll go on to name the positive outcomes. We're both going to be specific. So one negative outcome of mass deportation is a reduction in our GDP by around 1.1 trillion through 1.7 trillion dollars per year. This figure is being pulled from the Center on American Progress, and this figure represents the direct contribution of the 8.3 million undocumented laborers, as well as the value in which is extracted off of them by their employer. Another negative outcome would be a higher level of poverty, which is created by a reduction in the productivity of the economy and the mass layoff of 8.3 million workers, as well as the third negative outcome, which would be a higher level of crime due to the fact that our country would experience more poverty. Fourth negative outcome would be a lower level of taxable revenue into our government because undocumented immigrants pay close to $100 billion per year in taxes. And a sixth negative outcome would be a higher bill that our government has to pay every year for paying for the operation in of itself, which is estimated total to around $1 trillion through $2 trillion over the course of the next 10 years. So there is 6 very direct, very specific negative outcomes of mass deportation. What are the very direct, very specific positive outcomes on America that would follow from mass deportation?
I think we need to get rid of certain criminals, like people part of Mexican gangs.
Okay. Also, everybody in the chat is saying that you're underage. Is that true?
He's not. No. He's not. I verified his age, and they're saying that he didn't vote. He admitted that he didn't vote, but he supports Trump.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's good.
Okay. So now you're saying that a positive of mass deportation is the removal of like undocumented immigrants with like prior violent offenses, etc.?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, what if I told you that we could like deport them without doing a mass deportation? So that's not a benefit that's exclusive to mass deportation. In fact, that could also be a benefit that would be seen under like mass amnesty, where we offer undocumented immigrants without prior violent offenses, without pretty insane nonviolent criminal offenses, outstanding warrants from other countries, a pathway to resident serious citizenship, and then we deport everybody else. So because it's not a positive outcome that's specific to mass deportation, I'm going to ask you to try again.
You spoke way too fast for me, bro.
Listen, at the end of the day, that's just not a positive outcome that we could only attribute to mass deportation. We could also remove immigrants with prior violent offenses through mass amnesty and only.
Why did Blue Brick just say he loves CP?
What the fuck? You're right. There is somebody in the chat named Blue Brick that is spamming that. I see them too. Well, they're blocked. Go ahead and continue. Do you want to respond to what I said?
I mean, there was certain things tying to debates, but like, I don't know. I just don't like abortion, stuff like that. I think, what?
Now you're changing the topic of the conversation.
Because I don't know much on deportation.
Okay, that's fine. So if like you don't know much of the positive outcomes, but I was able to name like 7 specific negative outcomes.
I mean,
right now, like a rational actor in your position would either concede and say that you're wrong and that mass deportation is a bad idea, or at the very minimum remain agnostic until further research is done.
Yeah, but like, you gotta admit that one cop that got shot by immigrants is kind of wild.
I mean, I haven't looked into the specifics. I think that, people getting shot in the head for no reason is bad. But if you want to talk about acts of violence, well, what about the acts of violence on January 6th, such as when DJ Rodriguez drove a stun gun into the neck of a cop named Officer Falcone and gave him a heart attack and then was sentenced to 12 years in jail. But then when Donald Trump was inaugurated for his second term, he called him a patriot and let him out.
That is pretty true, but there's also a bunch of other riots that are happening right now, like the California riots.
Well, those happened a little bit ago, and they were, for the most part, peaceful.
I thought they were still happening.
Also, they weren't riots; they were protests, and the only reason they escalated is because Donald Trump actually went against what the governor of California was requesting and tried to send deploy the National Guard when that was not requested. And even more so, trying to militarize ICE. And so things were exacerbated by the fact that Donald Trump did that. Literally in LA, they had everything under control. The LAPD did a great job, even so much so that Donald Trump said that, the quote unquote riots are now under control thanks to the deployment of the National Guard. But this was prior to the National Guard even going into California. It was because of the LAPD.
Also, you said that they're still happening. Where are they still happening?
Oh, I thought they were.
Where?
Somewhere. Weren't they like firebombing cop cars?
Where were they? I was just
I'm pretty sure.
LA? Oh, well, that doesn't make sense because 2 days ago, or like last night technically, I got back from a week-long trip to LA. And you know where I stayed? In a hotel in downtown LA. And you know where I drove around to? Like everywhere. I was always in a car looking at different parts of LA to do different things. I don't think I ever saw any of these riots that you're describing.
They were happening. We have video evidence of that.
Well, now you're shifting your claim from they are to they were. Which one is it?
I mean, I'll concede that you were right. They're not happening anymore. I thought they were.
Okay. So why do you support Trump?
Honestly, the abortion laws are really weird right now.
So you think that more women should lose access to abortion?
It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like under certain circumstances they should be allowed to do that. But if it's like a healthy person with a healthy baby with like they're completely healthy, nothing's going to go wrong, then no, we should not abort that baby.
Okay, what about if they're a victim of rape?
Then I mean, that's a touchy situation. I mean, sure. But
They
like
should
not take it
should
away.
be allowed access to abortion?
Yes.
Okay. So now in elective circumstances, healthy mother, healthy fetus, conceived by consensual intercourse, why should she not be able to access abortion?
Because that's wrong. That's immoral.
Why is it wrong? Why is it immoral?
You're killing off something that doesn't deserve it. Like,
Well,
if it's completely sexual, it's
okay.
the adult's decision
Listen.
not to use protection.
Listen, what do you mean by deserve it there?
Wait.
You said that you're killing something that's living that doesn't deserve it. Like, what do you mean by
it is-
deserve?
Like, it didn't ask to be born. Like,
Okay.
it didn't ask to be concepted.
Okay, it didn't ask to exist, and therefore you kill. It's wrong. I mean, like the bacteria in our teeth plaque
Still
didn't
killing
ask to
something
exist.
at the end of the day.
Okay, if it's just ending biological life, that's wrong. I mean, you do that when you brush your teeth, and you do that when you, pay to eat chicken nuggets. So, are you like a vegan that has dirty teeth?
No, I am a vegan, though. I think everything deserves life.
Do you think that you'd support a president that enforced vegan ethics by banning, killing cows, chickens, pigs, etc.?
Can you reword that?
Yeah, would you support criminally enforcing laws surrounding punishment for individuals that kill non-human animals, thereby legally enforcing veganism?
I mean, no, because I'd be taking away our free will as humans.
Okay, so if you don't think we should ban killing a cow, why should we ban killing a fetus?
Because the fetus wasn't born and raised to be killed. The cow was.
So if a woman like impregnated herself for the purpose and intention of getting an abortion, thereby making that fetus born and raised to be killed, you'd be okay with a woman getting an abortion in that circumstance?
That would just be wrong.
So therefore the argument that it's okay in one circumstance but not the other doesn't relate back to this idea that they're being born and raised to be killed.
You're basically raising a child to be slaughtered, which is completely wrong.
I mean, obviously I'd agree with you, but it was your argument that you as a vegan think it should be illegal to kill a fetus, but not a cow, because a cow is born and raised to be killed and the fetus wasn't. So therefore, if we want to test your logic here, according to it, it would not be wrong for a woman to get an abortion, given that conception occurred with the intent of bringing that life into this world to inevitably kill through an abortion.
Hold up, I'm thinking. My brain's starting to work.
All right, we're just trying to relate back to why you think that an abortion is immoral. You said it's because a fetus is alive, thereby you think it's wrong to kill things that are alive. I asked you if you were a vegan. You said
You
yes.
don't kill a baby cow in the womb. You don't pluck it out when it's getting concepted.
Okay. So should we just wait for fetuses to grow up and be adults before we kill them?
No, that'd just be murder.
Okay. All right. So it looks like that argument didn't work either.
So you're saying, right, that if we raise humans to be slaughtered like cattle,
Given your logic, it'd be okay. Or at least should be legal.
I mean, technically abortions are kind of legal now in certain states like blues.
I know, but the argument isn't if they are legal, the argument is that they should be legal.
I mean, at the end of the day, we all have free will. We all make choices. We're all adults. So if you get pregnant not by grape or some other method, it's consensual.
Talking to Dean, not you.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, if I jump in just for a second.
Yeah, take it away.
So, question: do you think the main point of sex is to get pregnant?
No, but that's why there are condoms and stuff to prevent that.
Yeah, I hear you. How many times a month do you think that a woman can actually get pregnant?
Like 2 weeks, 14 days maybe.
Wrong. The ovulation period is shorter. It depends on certain women, but the window can be from one specific day to about 2 or 3 days, but it's a very, very short period. Now, how often do you think a man can get someone pregnant out of, let's say, a 30-day month or 30-day month?
Quickly, I also just like to bring up whenever anybody makes that point in my live, that sperm can live for 4 or 5 days inside of a woman's uterus. So even though ovulation only occurs for a handful of days, sperm can still live for longer. I make sure to always say that.
That's a good point.
I make sure to always say that. It's important for everybody that hears the idea that you could only get pregnant for a handful of days a month, that sperm can also live inside of a uterus for a week. That's very important information. Now go ahead.
Are you talking to the guy?
I was talking to everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How often out of a 30-day month, how often can a man get a woman pregnant?
I'm guessing the same time period.
No, every single day.
Oh.
Literally every single day. Are you an advocate for mandatory vasectomies for young men?
I mean, that'd be killing off the human population.
No. Vasectomies are safe. They're reversible. They're outpatient surgery. And with advocating for mandatory vasectomies, it eliminates the quote unquote need for an abortion. So if you were truly trying to address the issue of abortion and you wanted it to quote unquote protect human life, then you would actually go to the root of the cause, which would be mandatory vasectomies for men instead of actually trying to regulate women's bodies.
Keep your hands off my balls.
Okay, that was pretty funny, but how's your Uncrustable? It looks yummy.
Bro, respond to what Santana said.
I was about to say lock in.
Oh, no. That Uncrustable, though. But by your logic, shouldn't it be the same for women too?
No, I'm just saying if you were so worried about abortions and what's happening, why wouldn't you be an advocate for actually really
Wait.
addressing the issue?
Wait, actually, what he said by your logic, wouldn't it be the same for women too? Is true, right? Yeah. If you want to advocate for men to have mandatory vasectomies, by virtue of that, you can also argue that women should be banned from getting abortions. But it's a flip side, the reverse of this, in which Santana's arguing, is that because you're arguing that women should be banned from getting abortions, thereby an extension of the logic, as you already accepted, would be forcing men to get mandatory vasectomies.
I mean, yeah, but that would be taking away your free will.
Okay, well, if you think the 2 points are logically connected, as you pointed out they were, if it takes away the free will of a man, wouldn't that also be impeding upon the free will of the woman?
She's still allowed to get an abortion if she gets raped. That's what I'm saying, or something bad happens.
Right, it's the cases
Or
where you don't think it should be allowed, but by this logic it would follow have had their free will taken away.
Yeah, but hold up. You're speaking way too fast for me. I'm a little, slow.
Bro, stop
Bro, you
calling
gotta
yourself
stop
out.
saying that.
Oh,
Stop
my
it.
mic's not muted. Sorry, guys.
But you're still taking away a free will of another human being that's being born in you.
Taking away the free will. Wait, actually, no, you're not. Would you say that like prerequisite to free will is like having a will? Like, right? In order to have free will, you first must necessarily have a will. Okay? And I think in order to have a will, you need to have some type of subjective conscious experience. So, in other words, at the end of the day, in order to have free will, you have to possess some subjective conscious experience. You know, now, do fetuses possess said subjective conscious experience? No. So, therefore, they don't possess a free will. So, your argument would be incorrect.
Yes, but can grow into having a free will.
In the future? Yeah. No, for sure. Just like a 10-year-old would be 18 in the future. Should we give a 10-year-old the right to consent to sex now because they'll be 18 in the future? No, they have to actually be 18 first. Just like we shouldn't give a fetus the right to life now because they will be sentient with a free will in the future. They should be sentient and possess that free will first.
But it's still going to turn. Hold up. So you're saying that a 10-year-old with minimum brain can. God damn, the day.
Well, I'm just saying that we shouldn't extend people rights based upon what they will experience in the future. We should wait until they're actually experiencing it. That's like the framework that we use when delineating that 18-year-olds can consent to sex. They have to possess like these sufficient cognitive faculties to wrap their head around what sex is and what it leads to understand it, to make informed consent. And just because the 10-year-old has the potentiality to experience those brain states in the future doesn't mean we should extend them that right now, just like a fetus has the potentiality to experience the brain states in the future to deploy a low level of subjective experiences, thereby granting them that right to life, giving them that free will. That doesn't mean that we should extend them that right to life now.
But does it have a heartbeat?
Yeah, it does, but we don't value heartbeats enough to like treat that as a trait that gives somebody or something the right to life. Like brain dead patients have them. We don't give brain dead patients the right to life. A lot of, if you're not a vegan, you don't give cows, chickens, or pigs the right to life, but yet they have heartbeats.
Yeah. But it's
now that just goes back to this. You give a cow the right to life just like you give a fetus the right to life, correct?
I think they deserve it. I don't think we should put laws that in place that limit people to having it.
Okay. Why don't we just do the same thing for fetuses?
Because hold up. What's your definition of a fetus, first off?
It's just it's vague. Just treat it as like a growing human in a uterus outside of like the first couple steps of human development, like being a zygote or blastocyst. I don't have the medical definition on standby, but I mean, look at a unborn baby at like 10 weeks. That's a fetus.
That was complete. But when do you think abortion should not be allowed? Like the entire 9 months?
I'm not gonna answer that question until we're able to like seek some clarity on your position. We've been seeking clarity on your position for quite a while now, and we have not received it. If we don't receive clarity here in the next 30 seconds or so, we're gonna go ahead and kick you and move on.
I mean, yeah, cows do deserve life. Everything does. But we will still kill it at the end of the day because sustenance, the primal intent of men.
Okay. All right, man. I appreciate you for joining us. I still don't feel like we have any more clarity about your abortion position, and I hope that you have a good rest of the day. One thing I'd recommend to you is like just to recognize that like the ethics of abortion aren't cut and dry. They're actually like incredibly nuanced. You know, like studying like philosophy with an emphasis on ethics in school and dedicating a lot of my life to it, I've found conversations about the morality of abortion to be incredibly nuanced and incredibly complex at points. So instead of just saying, well, everybody around me is like fetuses have the right to life. Oh, they're humans. Therefore, we should ban women from getting abortions. You know,
Well,
take a
that's
step back at the
not-
bare minimum, stay agnostic and do your research, do your reading, engage in conversations with people that disagree with you. Because like right now, you're totally lost in the sauce. And I just don't think that, you know, being totally lost in the sauce from like minimal pushback on myself
I
and
didn't
your
say
view.
ban abortions. I said for people, certain circumstances. Yeah.
Abortion is healthcare.
In elective
Abortion is
circumstances.
healthcare. It's healthcare. Like you're restricting rights to bodily autonomy for women, and as a man advocating for that, it's weird. Sorry.
If you have consensual sex with a woman and you don't wear a condom, you are getting her pregnant.
Again, we've already established that the primary point of sex is not to get someone
Yes.
pregnant because of the time period. Like it's Dean just made the point. There's way more nuances. My point is, you're not a woman. You would make a decision about what you do with your own uterus. Stop worrying about other people's uterus. If you don't have a uterus, then stop worrying. Period.
The silence is deafening.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we're going to move on to the next guest. Everyone, just give us a minute, y'all, to get that next guest loaded into the stream. If you're in that queue, make sure that you're at least 18 years old and you support Trump and you're ready and willing to come up here and have a debate. Everybody, let's go and load up that next guest, Dr. Keith. Oh, wait, Dr. Keith. I don't see him anymore. Unfortunate. Okay, we're going to go to get Courtney loaded up, and a handful of people I got to thank here real quick. Let's see here. Alex, thank you for the $5 over at Venmo saying, hey, Dean, back again. Now I listen to you every day at work. Yo, let's go, Alex. Thank you for tuning in. Daniel with the $4. Thank you so much for the love. Then Caitlin with another $100 donation over on Venmo. Holy fuck, Caitlin. Thank you so much. Let's get another 1,000 rounds of W's for Caitlin in that chat. Caitlin's whole message was just simply asking for your Venmo, Santana. You know what, Caitlin? I got you. If somebody in my Discord would drop Santana's Venmo in the live channel so I could forward it to Caitlin and send Santana $50, that'd be great. Thank you once again for the love, Caitlin, and as well as Aubrey. Thank you for the $5 over on Venmo. I appreciate you so much for your kindness and for the love. Yeah. And hey, if you happen to be one of the nearly 12,000 people watching the stream right now in total on TikTok and YouTube, and you're like, hey, I like this Dean guy, he's pretty great, and you want to support me and support the streams, on TikTok, you can find my Venmo, my PayPal, and the link tree in my bio. Just click through my account, you'll find it. And on YouTube, you can find it either in the pinned message or in the description. And if you want to support Santana, I do believe that his pay links are in the same spaces. Now,
they are. Pay links in the bio. And also, thank you, Jesse, for the 3. You're right. He said you're correct. Men shouldn't be arguing for women's abortion right. Like, you're absolutely right. Let the women make the decision. Thank you, Jesse, for the 3.
I want to clarify. I think it's like totally fine for like men to like argue for the pro-choice perspective, because ultimately that's just arguing and amplifying the voices of women. So never be like disencouraged from doing that. At least from my perspective, like I think it's totally like fine, and honestly like encouraged for men to do that. Welcome in air. Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
Have you been up here before?
Yes, sir. I'm back just for a brief moment.
All right, unfortunately, because you've been up here before, I'm going to go ahead and remove you here. Damon, thank you for the $20 super chat over on YouTube. Appreciate you for the love, Damon. Damon says, hey, Dean, you might have missed my last chat, but what are your views on Trump pulling out of the Paris Climate Agreement? Dude, so like, luckily, because of a lot of the American governors, like it's not going to be that big of a pragmatic problem. because now like all of her state's governors have kind of coalesced and just reformed the same conditions offered under the Paris Climate Accord. So that's like the silver lining. But like the obvious downfall is just that we have like an idiot president that doesn't believe in climate change. Like fuck that, bro. So embarrassing. We're gonna move on to the next guest now, guys. Gonna put a mag with your age down below in that chat if you'd like to join. We're just looking for some people to join up, guys. We are only gonna be talking to Trump supporters. If you join this live and you're not a Trump supporter, you're gonna be very quickly banned. Welcome into Sport Trump notification.
Yes, I do.
You are a child. Ban. Johnny, what's up? You MAGA?
Hey, Dean, I just have something really important to say, and I hope you'll hear me out. It's about alligator Alcatraz, and I feel like people need to know this because there's a lot of things going around about it that I don't really think are true, and I want to
quickly go ahead, man. Quickly, what do you have to say?
All right, so let me just say I am a correctional officer in the state of Florida.
Okay, this is actually pretty valuable. Go ahead.
So I'm a correctional officer in the state of Florida, and they actually offered the different institutions to go go and work for 2 weeks and then get sent back, and then we can re-sign up and do it like that. So despite that, I have a lot of friends that also just quit and went to work over there. So there's two people that I really trust pretty much with my life that are over there right now, and they can't really tell me exactly what's going on. But for the most part, they have told me that people are being treated the way they are supposed to be treated. Like, I know there's stuff going around about people are getting one meal a day and stuff like that, and I've disgusting. But my friends that are there right now,
do you support Trump?
You know what I'm saying? The people, I do not. But I'm really.
Yeah, buddy, I gotta kick you. That's not true, by the way. That's not true. The place was popped up in 8 days. I mean, we have had cameras go in. We have had Democratic representatives go in. We have done interviews with the people there. People are not being treated the way they're supposed to be treated. Now, of course, the people that work there would definitely say they're being treated the way that they're supposed to be treated, because the way that they think they're supposed to be treated is poorly. Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
I do not, but I want to say that abortion.
I'm so sorry, Chantel. We are just looking for some people that support Trump to come up here and debate. Please, everybody.
Real quick. Guys, please respect Dean's boundaries. I understand that people want to actually say something, and you may want to come up to either say something to Dean or prove some type of point or whatever. But literally, we've been going back and forth, trying to get an actual debate in. Please respect the boundaries of the host. I'm sorry if you don't Dean's way nicer than me. I got the ability to kick people. I'm gonna start kicking you way quicker than he will. He's way nicer than I am. Respect his boundaries.
Welcome in, Boston. Do you support Trump? Okay, Boston. Jen's not here. Moving on to the next guest right now, everybody. Put a MAGA in that chat with your age if you'd like to come up, join, and have a dialogue. That's right, yo. Let's have a dialogue. Cam, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. That is CIM. Cam says, keep fighting the good fight, man. Stay strong. You got this. Cam, I appreciate you for the love. Thank you for your kindness, as well as Vixen. Thank you for the $5 over on PayPal. I do really appreciate you so much for the love. Vixen says, I didn't want you to spread misinformation. A woman can be pregnant at any point, even on her period. Support your channel, though. Continue the good work. I'll make sure I do a little bit more.
Not be pregnant. That is true, but it's getting pregnant. I think they missed the point. That's right. A woman can be pregnant and still have a period. That's not what's being said, though.
Okay. All right. Welcome in, Megan. Do you support Trump?
I do not. I did not request to be in there.
No worries, Megan. You probably accidentally clicked the button. Moving on to the next guest right now. We got hardworking American joining up as we speak as well. Sophia, thank you for the $10 on Super Chat saying, hi, Dean. Can you say hi to my best friend, Alora? She introduced me to your videos. Oh, say happy birthday. Yo, Alora, if you're watching, happy birthday. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Live it up, have fun, and shout out to your BSF Sophia. W Alora. Happy birthday, Alora. W Sophia as well. Welcome in, hardworking American. Do you support Trump?
100% I do, sir.
Are you sure it's not 99%? You know, the whole associations was sending Epstein a letter of a naked woman with a statement, may every new day be another wonderful secret. That didn't bump you down to 99.
Conjecture. That's all conjecture. Pure conjecture.
Oh, okay.
Ostensible. That's a sensibility. That's ostensible.
So Donald Trump is suing
the
the Wall. Donald Trump is suing the Wall Street Journal for that
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
suing them.
So if the Wall
Yeah,
Street
'cause it's
if the Wall Street Journal wins that lawsuit, will you believe it?
No, I will not.
All right, buddy. We got a little bit of a cult member on the stream.
No, not at all. Not at all. To me, MAGA is a moronic statement. America's always been great and will always be great.
Oh, America's
So
not
I'm
always
MAGA
been
at
great.
all.
What?
It's always been great for the inhabitants have been here. The inhabitants, for the future inhabitants and the past inhabitant, it doesn't matter.
Wait. Think
what
about it.
period
Like,
of time. What are you gonna talk about?
Americans.
Women's suffrage.
I'll
civil
give you a
rights.
handful of times. America during American slavery was not great. I mean, we upheld like a system of exploitation of humans based upon their race to use them to produce goods and commodities by forcing them to do labor and valuing them less than dogs, right? I mean, America was definitely not great at that point.
But we took accountability for it and we ended it.
So you're saying that America was better once we ended it? I don't know if there's any true accountability, but we'll talk about that because when it was in effect before it was ended, was America great?
Yes, America's always been great. Did you hear what I just said? And America will always be great.
Then what do you mean when you say America was great when we forcefully enslaved humans, exploited them because of their race to produce goods and labors via forced labor? Obviously,
Who didn't?
Like
Name
that
a-
was
name a
really
group of people who
bad,
didn't.
right?
Name a group of people who didn't.
A straw man, assuming every country on earth engaged in slavery at one point. This
Not
just
every.
means that every country on earth hasn't always been great. And right now we're debating the fact that you think he was great during that time period. Now,
Well, the word great is
it was
very,
a straw.
subjective,
It was a
right?
straw man, and that's why I'm trying to understand what you mean when you say it was great. So when you say that America was great
The land
during American
itself.
slavery, what do you mean?
The land itself will always be great. The
how
land
can-
itself,
how can-
right? This
like when
land
you
is
say
very
when you
prosperous.
say like
You can
land,
grow stuff here. The land of America will always be great no matter what. I'm Native American, so the way that I feel about this land, I'm a pantheist, so I
The
worship
stolen land
Mother
that was
Earth.
stolen from indigenous people.
No,
So you're saying the
it was
land that was
conquered.
stolen from
Conquered.
there's
Don't
no
say
way that
indigenous.
you're indigenous
Native
and you're
American
sitting
land.
here saying that it was actually quote
You want me to
unquote
turn on my
conquered.
camera? Or actually, I can't turn on my
There's
camera.
no way you
100%
can
I'm
actually
Native
believe that. That is wild.
Yeah, yes, I do. And most Indians, we defend that. We want the names back. We want the
Again,
names back. We
wait.
want the
So
names
you're saying
back
you're
because you guys have
indigenous?
erased our history.
Are you
I'm
connected?
I'm Native American. I'm
Sure.
a Pomo.
Are you
know what
are you
Pomo is?
connected?
Northern-
Are you
Northern
connected?
California.
Are you connected?
Very much. My
So-
wife is an affirmative action Democrat.
Yeah,
and I'm a far right Republican.
That's cool. So you're connected.
Correct. Yes. Very much.
What's your band?
okay.
I just told you Pomo Miwok.
And you're
Shingle
registered.
Springs. You ever heard of Shingle Springs? Registered Native American, sir. Shingle
And you're
Springs.
advocating for. You said it was conquered.
Native American for Trump. It's like I have a big flag that says Native American for Trump.
I want to like be clear here. You said it wasn't stolen; it was conquered. Well, I just went to Google. I typed in
Yes.
conquered.
Well, you-
Let me finish. I typed in conquered definition, and according to Oxford Languages, the definition of conquered is as follows: of a place or people having been overcome and taken control of by military force. So, like, you're right. With this definition of conquered, the land was conquered, but I think it was stolen by being conquered. I don't think
Well,
that those
you gotta
two.
look up the etymology.
I don't think that
You wanna
those
get into
two.
semantics.
Those two
Well,
tools are
right?
separate.
Conquer. Well, no, it's like it is. Those two things are entirely separate.
How can they be separate? Because the definition of conquered is just taking control of something,
Because
either a place or
stolen,
people.
right?
One second.
Stolen is a whole
One second.
Go ahead, sorry.
The definition of conquered is just of a place or people having been overcome or taken control of by military force. If I was to send like a military force into your house to put you in cuffs and take you out, then to live there for the next 255 years, would you say that military force stole that house from you?
No, because that generally implies acquisition through military force and formal declaration, often as a part of a larger war effort, right? Where stolen suggests a more clandestine or morally questionable taking of property without the consent of knowledge or the original owners. So therefore, you were wrong, Dean.
Actually, you just affirmed that I'm right. You said that stolen would indicate, something that is like morally questionable or without consent.
correct.
I have a question. Did the indigenous
original
Americans
owners-
living in North America at the time give consent to be conquered?
You want to hear something? You probably won't
I
believe
just
me.
want a
We
yes
have a
or
thing
no.
called oral tradition.
Can I have a yes
It's
or
a
no?
yes. We knew this.
They gave consent
It's a
to
yes,
be
we knew about
conquered?
this.
Wait. If they gave consent to be conquered, why did they
Hey,
fight back?
Let me extrapolate, Dean. Let me extrapolate, please. Okay, we have oral tradition, right? And some Native Americans oral tradition and our prophecy. We knew that a white haired man would come. We knew that blonde hair, blue eyes. This is part of our prophecy, right? Not every Native American has the same prophecy, Dean.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to kick you off. I can't handle that shit. I'm sorry. Just not today, dude. Not today.
Fucking wild.
Yeah. Not today. Not today, bro. Not
Can
today.
I do two things real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Colleen, thank you for the 5, and Abby also thank you for the 5. And one thing I do want to correct myself on with the whole pregnancy thing. So yes, technically a woman can get pregnant at different points for more than just the ovulation period. It's just that it's more likely during ovulation. It's harder during different points. So yes, you're absolutely right. Want to make sure I correct that. It's less likely. It's not probable. So yes.
All right. Someone in the chat said Dean couldn't take it. Damn straight I couldn't take it. Damn straight I couldn't take it. Welcome in, Sarah. Do you support Trump?
No.
I'm gonna go and assume that no was directed to us. Bye, Sarah. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, damn straight I couldn't take that shit. Are you kidding me? Kevin in the chat said guest beat you? Dean got cooked? Dude, I'm gonna invite these drones to join. Tanner, you said
They're not gonna come up.
Dean got invited you. Join, you drone. I can't believe these people are real. Oh my goodness. Hello, do you support Trump, Courtney? Okay, guess not. Santana, it accidentally kicked you instead of kicking Courtney. Feel free to hop back in that queue. I'll happily get you right back up in here. It's this weird glitch where instead of kicking the guest, it kicks the other guest. When I'm coasting with, I actually just sent you an invite, Santana. It happens like all the time when I have Parker up here. All right, let's go get that next guest loaded in. Santana, I sent you an invite. Welcome in, DD. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Age, please.
18, barely turned.
All right, phenomenal. Boo in LA. Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
You do?
Hell yeah. What a wonderful man.
Are you trolling?
No. Who else has controlled the people for two separate presidential terms?
Okay, yo, DD, you gotta hop back in that queue. We're gonna talk to Boo. Okay. We're gonna talk to Boo. Boo, all of our focus is on you right now, sir. Hello, you know what, Boo? Before we hop into the debate, let's just have a little bit of civil discourse. Where are you from? How you doing? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
California.
Very nice. And how old are you?
That's personal. Old enough to vote. Let's just say that.
There's people in the comment section saying that this is an 8-year-old. You sound like it's like 75.
That's what I was thinking.
75? Put it this way, my IQ is triple digits, just below genius.
Are you a member of Mensa?
Smart.
I think that was just some old head having fun. They were trolling probably. I hope I'm like that when I'm that age, you know. I love it. Honestly, like older trolls like that, I don't care. I don't care. If you're some like 75, 80-year-old that comes up here and trolls, I don't give a shit. You are more than welcome to, you know. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next guest, Don. Here we go, everybody. Yo, Erica, thank you so much for the $20 over on Vim. I appreciate you for that love, Erica. Erica says, Alex and I have missed you. Glad you are back. Let's hope you realize how much you are of a part of a lot of people's days. You know what, Erica? There is like a core community here who truly does come here every single day. And I love y'all. Thank you so much for the $20, Erica. Let's get 200 Erica W's down below, as well as 100 Melissa W's. Thank you for the $10, saying that a Trump supporter made me cry the other night. I'm doing my best to support you so minds can be changed. I'm really sorry that they made you cry the other night. I hear that way too often. They fucking suck, bro. I'm sorry that happened. As well as Michael, thank you for the $5 over on Vimeo. That is very kind of you. Once again, if you're watching and you want to support me, you can find my Venmo, my PayPal, and the link tree in my bio, or you can support me over on YouTube through the same thing, which is in the pinned comment. I'd also like to quickly thank Asher for the $20 super chat over on YouTube. Asher says, I want to say thank you for all that you do, and this is the only way I'm able to support you. Would you be willing to talk more about the rights of trans people now that the Orange Man has taken away the trans suicide hotline? Yes, the only thing that makes it difficult to talk about like trans rights is TikTok's very restrictive terms of service. We were free for a while because they weren't enforcing it, but now they're back to enforcing it hard. We start talking about the LGBTQ plus community, we start talking about trans people, TikTok bans us for hate speech. It is ridiculous. Welcome in, Don. Do you support Trump?
I used to.
Okay, that means that you don't
I
anymore.
wanted to talk about the used to part.
Sorry, man. Unfortunately, we were just looking for people that still do this day. Moving on to the next guest. Here we go. Everybody, if you're in that queue, make sure you're MAGA. Moving on to Grace, guys. Please follow the rules. Somebody in the chat says TikTok is gross for that. No, I completely agree. It is gross. It is gross. Moving on to the next guest here, guys. We are really looking for one person to join up. It is so hard. Grace, hi. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Dean, I am so sorry. I was just tapping the screen. I will leave. I am so sorry.
No worries at all, Grace. I appreciate you for double tapping. Moving on to Fiva. Here we go, everyone. What's up, Fiva? Do you support Trump? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Why so? Moving on to Eric Blanton. Okay, Eric Blanton is not connecting. Goodbye, Eric Blanton. Moving on to Sugar Sweet. Here we go, y'all. We have 13,000 people in the live stream right now, and we cannot find one person to debate. If, you know, anything speaks loudly to you about the state of this country or those that are in it, I hope the silence of Trump supporters and their inability to join up and debate, speaks very loudly. Cassandra, thank you for the 10 pounds over on Super Chat, saying, love what you're doing. Us Canadians do not want to be the 51st
Shut
state.
the fuck up, you stupid cunt.
Whoa.
What the fuck are you stupid dog lad, eh?
Whoa, how old are you?
Fuck you, care cunt.
Whoa. Okay, we have a very violent child. Very, very violent child. Goodbye. Goodbye, violent child. Moving on. Moving on. Here we go, everybody. Violent children. Hello, do you support Trump? Stephanie?
Whoops, I didn't mean to join.
No worries, Stephanie. How about this? Let us know in the chat if you support Trump. We're going to pull you up that way compared to the queue. Honestly, I think the queue is just overrun by a lot of people.
It's cooked. I'm trying to like sift through it, but man.
It's pretty bad, bro. It's pretty bad. We're used to it here. Zena, thank you for the $5 on Venmo, saying if Trump was right next to you, what would be one thing that I'd say to Trump if he was standing right next to me? Well, if there wasn't cameras there, I wouldn't say anything to him. I wouldn't even talk to him. There'd be no point. But if there were cameras there, I'd grill him. I'd grill his ass. I wouldn't even waste my time or energy on it if there wasn't like cameras around, because he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck, dude. Like it's not about like I would never try to change Trump's mind. Like, are you kidding me? He doesn't give a fuck. It's about changing the mind of the people that support him. And I'd love to do that by absolutely grilling him. Oh, God. All right, everybody. We're going to get the next guest up in here. What's up, Henry? Do you support Trump?
Yep.
Age, please.
18.
18. What year are you born in?
2006.
Oh, what month?
June.
Okay, so why do you support Trump?
Can I bring up two topics, though, that I wrote down on a piece of paper?
I mean, you can bring up anything that you want to debate that's relevant to why you support the president.
The 2025 so far, the past 6 months. I feel like everything that Biden has done has been fixed. The border crisis. And that's the main thing, the border crisis. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we could talk about the border.
So what do you mean by...
19. Sorry, and I was looking down at my phone. I'm not going to lie. Wasn't even looking at the chat. Appreciate you for texting me that, Santana. That's very kind of you. Moving on to the next guest, Koopy Poopy. We got Cooper Pooper loading up. Hello, Cooper Pooper. Do you support Trump? No. I'm getting pretty bored.
You spend more time looking for people than actually debating.
Oh,
this is wild.
100%. 100%. Hey, what's up? Do you support Trump, Ellie? 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. No. Cool. All right, moving on to the next guess, everyone. Getting pretty bored at this point. Moving on. Yeah, we even got people like, dude, unreal. Yo, Madeline! Thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. Holy crap. What is Madeline? Madeline says, here is my MAGA grandma's birthday gift since I'm barred from their house for not allowing them to bully my child over nail polish. Oh, well, love it is going towards educating others like her. I'm so fucking sorry that you have to deal with grandparents like that. At the same time, fucking slay that you were able to block them out of your life. Good for you. I'm sorry that had to happen. But thank you for the $50 donation, Madeline. That is incredibly kind of you. Show some love to Madeline down below. Show some love to Madeline down below. Welcome in, Courtney. Go ahead and unmute that mic for me, then we can hop into a debate. Before we do that, Jennifer, thank you for the 10 Canadian dollars over on YouTube. Will you please talk about the issues pertaining to birthright citizenship? I'd actually love to talk about the 14th Amendment, like right now. What's up, Courtney? Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, her connection was so bad. Moving on to the next guest right now, everybody. Hopefully this is it. Cheyenne, thank you for the $10 over on PayPal. I appreciate you for that love, Cheyenne. Everybody show some love to Cheyenne down below. Cheyenne says, thank you for being absolutely amazing. I used to be MAGA because I felt forced to because my entire family supports him. But then I found you and I started watching your lives and I realized how truly terrible he is. Dude, thank you so much for watching the lives. I appreciate you for being here. Everybody is spamming mods in the chat. We have a handful of mods on as well as myself. Oh, yep, there we go. And they're banned. Hey, what's going on? Do you support Trump?
Hello?
What time is it?
11.
All right, we need to go over the rules again, everybody. Let's lock in. Let's talk about the rules. Okay, everybody, if you are attempting to join this live stream, you have to be from America. You got to be. You have to be from America, okay? You also have to be at least 18, and you have to support Trump and being ready and willing to debate why. So at this point, the guest request is abysmal. I have no level of confidence that the people in it are Trump supporters because so many people have decided that they don't want to follow the rules, which is making the stream nearly impossible to do. So instead, we're going to start pulling from the comment section. So if you happen to be one of the 10.2 thousand people watching and you're an American adult that supports Trump and you want to come up here and have a conversation with me and Santana, what I want you to do is I want you to put a MAGA with your age down below in the chat. Keep in mind the 3 rules are simple. You got to be from America. You got to be an American citizen. You have to be at least 18 years old and you have to support Trump and you got to be ready and willing to debate me. Now, if you are in the comment section spamming MAGA with your age and you are not following those rules, you will be very promptly and swiftly banned and barred from joining the live stream. Like, for instance, we see Ace on Sprite in the comment section. I'm sorry, I just got to call out this one person real quick. Hey, why are you spamming MAG in my comment section?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I just wanted to say I love you, Dean. You're amazing.
I appreciate you for your kindness, bro. But like when I'm like setting up the rules, I am asking you guys to please follow them. I appreciate you for your kindness, but please follow the rules. Hello, Marshall. Go ahead and unmute that mic for me, man. Hi, Marshall. How are you? Okay, he wasn't here to debate. Okay.
I'm back.
Are we out of Trump supporters?
Wild.
I think we're out. There's just no more Trump supporters. Hey, what's up, Al? To you?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure can, man. Are you MAGA?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, why? How old are you?
I just wanted to say you're a fucking pussy and you fucking suck and yeah.
Okay, got to disconnect you because you were under the age of 18, but thank you for your feelings. We're going to move on to the next guest. We got Sammy loading up in the box. Here we go, everybody. In the future, direct all of your complaints to my assistant. We'll charge you $3 each way. Welcome into Sport Trump.
Yeah, I do.
You're what time is it?
Well, I'm British, so it is 11.
Holy shit, follow the rules.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do at this point, guys. I mean, I really appreciate everyone for
What's even
joining.
happening?
I really appreciate everyone for joining. If this continues on for like another 5 or 10 minutes, I'm gonna go and end the stream early today. Yo, Robbie, thank you so much for the Leon the Kitten. That is incredibly kind of you, Robbie. Thank you so much. Show some love to Robbie down below. Show some love to Robbie down below. That is incredibly kind of you. But as I was saying, if this goes on for another 5 or 10 minutes, I am gonna be ending the stream early today. So we'll be ending early. We'll be popping off. And you know, like I apologize for that, but I'm not going to sit here and waste my time on a bunch of trolls, unfortunately. I'm here to debate. If we can't find debates, I'm going to go somewhere else. So I just wanted to give you guys kind of that shout out, that warning. And once again, Ravi, thank you so much for all the love for the gifts in the galaxies and Faith We Have the Dinosaur. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Welcome in. Do you support Trump? McNeil? They're not here. Robbie with the third galaxy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that big time. And yo, Charity, thank you so much for the $70 over on PayPal. Jeez, Charity. Wow, let's get 700 Charity W's down below. Charity says, we're from Alberta, Canada. We feel a small portion of what's going on here. Also, we have very loud Trump supporters in my town, and I really don't know why. We are not even American. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, like Canadian loud Trump supporters, not in America, but in Canada, will always perplex me. I'm so sorry that you have to feel that too. Holy crap. That's so unfair for you, especially because you're not even American. Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
Hey, how are you? Yep, I'd voted for Donald J. Trump.
Age, please.
32.
Great. Let me also quickly thank Brittany for the $25 donation over on Venmo. Let's get 300 Brittany W's down below. Thank you for the love, Brittany. Brittany says, I'm an elder millennial and a disabled Navy veteran. You give me hope, brah. Yo, Brittany, I appreciate you so much for your service. Thank you for your service. You are truly an American patriot. You're truly an American patriot. Thank you for the love, Brittany. And then JP with the $15 over on PayPal. I read your message there. I appreciate your kind words, JP. All the love to you. I remember you, man. Thank you for the love, JP. And take it away. Why do you support Trump?
Well, I do believe that it's a multi-pronged approach. So you always have to contextualize why you support something and look at the baseline assessments and build your way up. So right now, the same question could be asked across the political aisle, but to filter it towards this specific answer, I do believe that he is putting financial pressure on political opponents down the aisle. And I just think that if you look at the deficit and what we're looking for quality of life and infrastructure management and improvement, I find that a lot of the things that are practical are coming from his, tip of the aisle. So, and if you want to talk about anything specifically, I'd love to go into it.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Specifically, what's your favorite Trump policy?
Well, right now, he's putting Xi Jinping in a tough financial spot to where
So imposing tariffs on
we're-
China?
Right. So we're actually in the process of taking pieces of the Great Wall of China and partitioning them and putting them on top of Mexico.
That's not true.
And
What is this? Are you a troll?
Yep.
I'm 100% serious.
That's not what we're doing.
Well, I'd love to see where you disagree with me and maybe we can find some
I disagree.
common ground.
I disagree with you. We are not taking the Great Wall of China and putting it between America and Mexico.
Well, I mean, you're entitled to that opinion. I'm not going to override that freedom of liberty that you have to think that way. I'm just wondering what sources, because right now our conversations.
Listen, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I will not be able to give you a source that that's something that we are not doing. It is such a random, small, brand new conspiracy theory. Like, why the fuck would any institution, any media organization even be talking on or reporting on this thing? Like, would you be able to give me a source that Donald Trump didn't wear blue underwear yesterday?
I mean, I understand your plot reservations to that statement, but it's not necessarily fallacious to state that there is a tough financial implication. They have too much wall, and we don't have enough of it. So if we could just relocate it here, the tourist income would offset our GDP by tenfold. And
No, man, that's no. Too bad. Too bad he's not doing that, right?
I mean, I think if you just, step away from the gray areas that are too polarizing and look at what really, really matters, it's really following the money trail. And I think that that's all.
Okay. I kept him up here for longer than I should just because we don't have a goddamn debate. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next guest, Beth.
Can I thank a couple of people?
Yeah.
Cheryl, thank you for the 10. You're awesome. Witty Kitty, thank you for the 3. Kayla, thank you for the 5 over on YouTube. And KH, thank you for the 10 over on YouTube. You guys are awesome.
I will say, pretty funny troll. pretty funny troll. Very, very unique and creative troll. That was a very I've never heard that one before. That was very creative.
Like he was there, and then when he went like too far, it was like, okay, all right.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to the next guest, guys. Go ahead and put a maggot down below in that chat with your age if you want to join up and debate with us insofar as why you support Trump. Anon, I appreciate you for that $100 donation over on
No,
PayPal.
I didn't mean to join. Oh my god, no. I'm so
No
sorry.
worries, Anon, I appreciate you for that $100 donation over on PayPal. Everybody give it up to Anon down below in the chat. I really appreciate you so much. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you, Anon. They say, anyways, pay the Discord mods. Well, we actually have a program that's already been frameworked, laid out, and ready to go. In fact, I think I just need to approve it, and then it'll go live. But basically, the plan is, Natalie, hi, well, give us 1 second. Plan for paying the Discord mods, admins, etc. Is that we are going to start running ads in the Discord for like good companies that are doing good things. And then all the proceeds generated from the ads are just going to go right back into the pockets of like the appropriate administration, moderation, etc.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's a good plan, right?
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I mean, like the Discord is big enough in order to do it. The Discord is big enough in order to do it. We got nearly like 20,000 people over there. And I mean, at the end of the day, like I don't run the Discord. I'm not in charge of like the organization structure and management of the 20,000 people in there. That's what the mods do. So obviously, like the monetization generated off of the ads, should go back to them. I mean, it's a really good way to have it be self-sustainable, and it's also a really good way to get people paid. Anyways, welcome in, Natalie. Do you support Trump?
You have my mic muted.
You're unmuted now. Hi, are you MAGA?
Yeah, I have a question for you because so I work in immigration law and I've listened to your debates before and I'm very confused on your immigration stance because of your support for Kamala, but then also your like conservative but libertarian views on immigration.
You could say I have more libertarian views on immigration. That's fair. Yeah, that's right.
Like, what
I don't
would
think
you
that
say
that's
that
conservative,
is?
though.
They kind of
I think that like the libertarian views I hold on immigration would actually fall like left of the DNC. How old are you?
Right, 23.
23. Do you support Trump?
Yes, sure.
Okay. How about we start there? Why do you support Trump?
Wait, but I kind of just want to like talk about your views on immigration because like I know you.
Okay, what do you want to
like,
talk about?
talk about
Actually, no,
this.
I'm sorry. Fuck no. No, it's not. We're going to debate. I haven't had a debate for an hour. You're either going to debate us on why you support Trump or I'm going to kick you. So I'm being dead ass. I'm being dead ass, Natalie. I've not had a debate for 60 minutes. That's not an exaggeration.
Right,
That's not an assumption.
get
It has been
that.
60 minutes since I've had a debate. You're either going to debate us on why you support Trump or I'm going to kick you off and move on to the next guest. What will it be?
Have someone else who's just gonna.
All right, see you later, Natalie. We're going to move on to the next guest, guys. Make sure if you're in that queue that you're at least 18 years old and you support Trump. I just looked at the clock. Seriously, we haven't had a debate for an hour. The last time we had a debate, the stream clock was at 45 minutes. The stream clock is now at an hour and 45 minutes. So we've gone on for exactly 60 minutes without a single debate. For the last 60 minutes, we've only been encountering trolls. We've only been encountering trolls. Welcome in. Do you support Trump? Okay, he's not here. Moving on to the next guest, guys. Going to put a mag with your age down below in that chat. I'll happily get you loaded in. We're going to move on here. Everyone, just going to give us a minute. We got job application joining right now. Hello, welcome in. Do you support Trump? Nope, they're not. Moving on to the next guest here. Everyone, give us a minute to get that next guest loaded up into the box. We're going to get that next guest in.
Oh, your guy World is back.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to him, bro. I mean, unless there's any other views that we got to go over.
No, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
I did not mean to join. I'm so sorry.
No worries. Guys, we've been live for an hour with close to 14,000 viewers with not one debate. If you ever encounter a right-winger that tells you it's the left that doesn't want to debate, like, I hope that this is evidence that they're wrong. I'm broadcasting live. We're broadcasting live to 14,000 humans. There's not one human in this crowd that wants to step up and tell us why they support the president. And I know it's, like, annoying, but at the same time, suffering from success, because what does that mean? That means that more people are turning away from the Trump cult, and those that are still in it know they're in the wrong and can't debate it. You know? Suffering from success, genuinely. I wish that you guys...
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I wish that you guys...
Yo, hello?
Rules. I really do. What's up, Sammy? Do
Hello?
you support Trump?
Hey, yeah, I do actually.
Okay, could you disconnect any Bluetooth device that you have connected to your phone, please?
That's my AirPods, so I just disconnect my AirPods.
Yeah, it'll sound a whole lot better.
How about now?
Sounds a load better. All right, take it away. Why do you support Trump as president?
I think compared to the last president we had, he has, he's more articulate. He's a better personality. He's more worth watching. And in general, the president really is just like for show, in my opinion. I don't think they hold as much power as we kind of give them.
Yeah, I don't think that Trump is more articulate than who he ran against, who was Kamala Harris. I think that suggesting that is a monstrosity. Not to mention that I don't think that a president should be chosen on their ability to articulate words. They should be chosen on their plans for the country.
That's a good point, but a lot of presidents have became president just solely based on their personality.
Okay, I agree. I think that plays a large role in the mind of the average American, but that doesn't mean that it should, right? So if we're debating like the reasons that you have to support him, I'd say that's a really bad reason. So do you have any good reasons?
I mean, he's articulate. I would consider him a strong individual in terms of.
So you support him because he's a strong individual. What makes him a strong individual?
I mean, he's extremely rich and powerful.
So having a lot of money. So you just want an oligarchy.
Not necessarily. I don't think that's fair.
I think that is fair. You said that you support him to lead the country because he has a lot of money. That just means that you want an oligarchy. What's an oligarchy? It's a form of society in which the governing body is dictated or chosen based upon, the amount of wealth that they possess. It's where the richest among us lead us all. That's just the definition of what an oligarchy is. So I just want to clarify that you want an oligarchy.
I mean, I think if you're wanting to choose a president, you'd want someone who is powerful in terms of like knowing how to handle assets. And I mean, a country is a business at the end of the day.
So yes or no, do you want an oligarchy?
I really think that's like a distraction to my point. I'm not sure what an oligarchy would have to do with this.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding your point. I'm not sure.
The way that we understand, so like the textbook definition of an oligarchy is where a small group of people have control of a country, organization, or institution. Now, the way that we use this term colloquially, typically surrounded upon the fact where the people in society with the most power, wealth / money are the ones that are running the country. So when you tell us that you like Trump as president because he has a lot of money, you're just telling us that you want this like wealth-based oligarchy.
Yeah, you're kind of putting a negative connotation on why is that a bad thing?
Because it's a bad thing.
Well, we haven't even gotten there yet because you won't even like answer my question if that's what you want.
Yeah, you kind of, the way you painted that, it made it sound like a negative thing.
I
Sure,
just
let's
defined
say
it. It's like, do you want like the richest Americans to be running the country?
that's a great question. I think, to be fair, but
What?
I think if America is based on meritocracy and money is something that you gain through money to be a, you know,
Wait, so
money to be a, you know,
wait, so
successful or
yeah. What merit or qualifications did Donald Trump possess when he was handed $120 million from his father?
I mean, is his net worth currently 120 million? I mean, he still did something with it. I mean, you could
Okay.
get handed
So you're
money.
saying that
Why
he's
didn't
like,
it go down?
You're saying that he's like really good with money, and this is gonna do what for America? Like it's gonna demonstrate like good economic policy, right?
Well, let me give you like a counter. Would you want somebody who doesn't have a lot of money, like someone who is of the poorer class, to run a
Yes.
government?
Oh, 1 second. Looks like we had an issue with the stream on YouTube. Random.
Also, I'll just say this while you're doing that, Dean. It sounds like you're actually advocating for a plutocracy more than anything, right? I mean, the government ran by the wealthy. That's like your premise. And the one thing that I'll say is that understanding that most people that are ultra wealthy are more likely to be disconnected to everyday Americans. And if you're talking about representation for everyday Americans, you want to focus on what those people need. I think it's a little bit harder for the ultra wealthy to understand the needs of the many, because that's not who they are. So that's just my thoughts.
I think that's a fair point, but I'm not talking about the Senate. I'm not talking about the House. I'm talking about the President of the United States.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. My YouTube stream just literally shut down with some random ass issue. I don't know what happened. But anyways, okay, so basically you're telling us that he has a lot of really good business experience, which is evident because of the fact that he's been able to garner and gain like a very large amount of wealth. Okay, well, here's my counter question. Well, obviously, right, like the hidden assumption here would be is that you want him to be president because of these qualifications, he'll be able to appropriately handle and manage the country's economy, correct?
Because of that, he would be a good president. Yes.
Okay, for for the economy?
For the country, for the United States.
Okay, could you please give us an example of like how these skills have been enumerated inside of his like agenda, platform, or policy? Like how is this like this experience gaining a large net worth been shown in the policy that he's passed, the policy that he's ran on? What is your favorite Trump policy that makes it evidently clear he's a very successful businessman man with a really good idea on how to run shit that has made this country better?
New things. I mean, we don't know 100% for a fact. Like a lot of people are saying that tariffs
You're still not answering my question. What is the good policy Donald Trump has passed or wants to pass that you're a fan of?
I'm getting to it. He's trying new things with tariffs. He's trying, like, he's experimental with it. I mean, he's willing to do things that other presidents in the past have not done. I think that's something worth noting.
Are you going to tell me what your favorite Trump policy is or not?
I'm sorry, I don't have the name of the policy memorized. I mean, I think you know what I'm talking about when I mention tariffs.
So
right?
You're saying that you support his tariffs? Okay, what specific tariffs do you support?
I support his tariffs in general. I'm not really
okay. So then we'll look at like the specific ones. Why do you support Donald Trump's tariffs on Canada, for instance?
I mean, it's a way for getting more money. I don't know. Like, I'm not really in economics. I'm not really.
Okay, so is the answer to the question insofar as why you support it? I don't know. Well, if you don't know why you support it, then why do you support it?
I told you he's willing to try new things.
So wait, are you just saying that you support his tariffs because he did it?
Yeah, I think also his last run.
So I just want to clarify that basically your argument.
Like, if he came in on his first term,
basically you're just saying that like basically you're just telling us that like God Trump is all benevolent, all good, and all knowing and perfect, and that whatever Trump does is good. And this is the argument why you support his tariffs.
I think here's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying this is a person who's handled money and business very well for himself, and he should be able to translate that over.
All right, well, obviously ask him, because when we look at his economic policy, we see that a different story is told. For instance, with the Big Beautiful Bill, you'd expect this great economic policy to be phenomenal for the country because of his awesome business experience. Well, I think it's more in line with the 6 bankruptcies. Think about it. It's the most expensive piece of legislation ever passed through the American Congress. It's reducing the after-tax income of every American, or at least the average American, making at or beneath $51,000 per year. It's ripping 10 million people off of Medicaid. It's ripping 3 million people off of food stamps. It costs $3.4 trillion. It's slowing energy production in the country, making energy less attainable and more expensive, while also defunding free school student lunches and redistributing wealth from the poor to the rich. It's obviously a very bad economic policy. So this hypothesis that he has a high net worth, therefore his economic policy is going to be good, has definitely been proven false.
Yeah, but I think that's a little biased a little bit. That all you just told me is the rich are getting money while the poor are not.
Right.
I think
so wealth is being redistributed from the poor to the rich, and he's spending nearly $4 trillion to get it done. Yeah.
Can I finish? So I think we all know. I'm really basic in terms of economics, but I think the rich also have to spend money, and eventually it'll make its way down to the poor. That's kind of the way economies work.
Trickle-down economics? That's not how economies work, no.
You telling me that because the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, that doesn't necessarily mean good or bad. That's just saying kind of like the poor people are not getting as much money.
So I think it is bad if the worse off among us are getting even worse off and the best off among us are getting even better off. That is bad, right? If we just eradicated the middle class and you were either starving
kind
on
of
the street for food or you're living in a penthouse in New York, that's bad, right?
Looking at it surface level, yes. Looking at it, if you look at it at a deeper level, you could kind of see how it would work.
Okay, so how is it a good thing that he wants to redistribute wealth from the poor to the rich? Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Also, he's Republican. That's kind of like their whole thing.
You're not answering my question. Answer my question. Explain it to me like I'm 5. Why it's a good thing to take money from poor people and to give it to rich people. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
That's kind of a difficult call. Can you tell me why it's not a bad thing? Can you tell me why it's a bad thing to do that?
Yeah, I already did. It's because you were disproportionately or only disadvantaging those that are already so disadvantaged compared to their counterparts. And then for those counterparts that are not disadvantaged, live life on easy mode, make a bunch of money, they'll just be living life on an even easier mode. So it's incredibly bad, not only, ethically speaking. Obviously, I think if I'm a high-income American making $1 million per year, enough to fund a vacation house in Alaska and take a cruise twice a year, and then you have a single mother of 5 begging for money on a family street, I would say it's really immoral for her to be served a detriment for my benefit, since she's already served such a detriment and I'm already served such a benefit.
Right. I'm assuming you're talking about government services. I'm not a big fan of government services. The less that they are, I'm not really big into socialism. I'm a big fan.
Okay. So you don't think the less government services, the better?
Yeah, I'm
really?
not really big on
Really?
big
Are you sure? So we should get rid of
sure.
all public roadways, right?
I didn't say all.
But that's a government service.
All. Okay, I'm not speaking.
Should we also get rid of the police?
Again, I'm not saying all.
No,
It's not.
I have a question. What about the firefighters?
Right?
What about the firefighters? Sir, what about the
There's
firefighters?
things that are necessary, and there's things that maybe we can get rid of.
Oh,
right?
okay,
I mean,
got
it's
it.
not One way or the
Is
other.
food necessary?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So a government service to help give food stamps to low-income Americans that can't buy it themselves is necessary, right?
Again, but this is an age-old argument here. What's stopping them from getting their own food?
They don't have the money.
Why not?
Why not? Around 1 billion reasons. I'm not going to give you a full like explanation insofar is like why like low income Americans are low income Americans, because like poverty.
I
Et cetera.
understand like poverty and like things of that nature, sure, but I don't think it's on the government to help these people.
Okay, so then
Like,
it's just not on the government to give individuals the necessary resources that they need to thrive. So then why do you think it is on the government to give us a necessary resource that we need to thrive of public roadways?
there's a difference though. Like
Okay,
a roadway,
shit, what's the difference?
like is everybody getting food from the government?
Is everybody getting food from the government? No, only those in which are necessary to have that benefit.
Right, but everybody gets to use the roads.
Okay, but that's because the roads are going to be necessary for everybody. The roads are necessary for everybody. Food stamps
Right.
aren't.
So how come certain people get these benefits while others don't? That's unfair.
I mean, actually, no, you should accept this argument because you're the one that told me you only agree with social safety nets that are necessary. So you wouldn't agree with them if they are unnecessary. Food stamps, for instance, are only going to be necessary for a particular quality of life for low-income Americans, not median-income Americans. So actually, it would follow, given your position, that we should only have social safety nets that are necessary, right? That food stamps should only be given to low-income Americans, and roadways should be given to all Americans.
Also, how do I know that someone isn't taking my tax dollars and then like, taking advantage of the system and eating for free? Like there's a lot of, shady and like it's not all black and white. Like
You're not even making a cogent argument, nor are you rebuttaling my last point. You were making a point about it being unfair. I rebutted that, and you haven't given me a response. Stop pivoting and respond.
No, you kind of like, okay, go one more time.
Oh, you needed me to repeat myself, Sammy? Sure, I'll repeat myself. So you argued that, if we're going to give it to some Americans, we need to give it to all Americans, or else it's unfair. Even though what you had said literally 5 minutes ago is that you only agree with social safety nets that are necessary. Well, it actually followed from your view that we should only impose social safety nets that are necessary, that food stamps aren't given to all Americans because they're not necessary to all Americans. So you would actually be arguing in the affirmative, that food stamps shouldn't be given to all Americans, because then you'd be arguing for unnecessary social safety nets when you had just previously suggested that you only agree with necessary social safety nets.
So you're attacking me on the word necessary?
I mean, I'm attacking you on the fact that that is the argument that you gave, and it would follow from that argument that food stamps shouldn't be given to all Americans because they're not necessary to all Americans. They're only necessary to some Americans.
Right.
You said it.
No, I agree. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, so then recant your argument that if we are to impose food stamps, that they need to be given to all Americans, because now you agree with the fact that they're not necessary for un-Americans. And given your first statement that you disagree with unnecessary social safety nets, we should only give them to low-income Americans, and which would be deemed as necessary for them to achieve a particular quality of life.
Okay. I'm not at your level in terms of your speed and your intellect. You're very sharp, very quick. Remind me of a dude named Ben Shapiro. I don't know if you want to be compared to that guy, but I'm not able to like keep track of what you're saying right now. You're just speaking way too fast.
No, you got it, bro. I'll slow down.
Yeah, like you're killing it. Good job, but I'm not able to compute at that rate. So if you can just, give me a strong one sentence.
You said that you disagreed with food stamps only being given to low-income Americans, right?
Yeah, ideally, yeah, low-income Americans would get food stamps, right?
Okay, and you said that you disagree with that, right?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Okay. I disagree with it because in America, ideally, people should all have the same opportunity to get what they want in terms of their wealth and their income. Now, if you are in a situation where you were like bounded and unable to get that income or else you will die, then sure. But also, it's a spectrum, right? That you can give a lot, like Democrats like to give more, Republicans like to give less. So I would support a president who would like to give less because I'm not in support of this this process from the government.
Yeah, I'll give my thoughts after Santana speaks. Take it away, Santana.
Elon Musk is worth $405 billion. There's people within the United States that can't afford food. do you think that Elon Musk should have access to SNAP benefits just because he's an American, or should we focus on the people that can't afford fucking food?
I mean,
answer the question.
I do think that's an absurd amount of money. I agree with you.
Okay, so answer the question.
I do think it's an absurd amount of money, but it's his money. Like,
yeah, so answer the fucking question. Should we worry about the people that can't afford food, or should everyone just have access to it?
If you start giving everybody food, then no
Who
one
said everyone, or did we say the people that can't afford food?
Yeah, but it's not that simple. Like it
literally is.
It isn't. It isn't though, because people work for food. People go out and do things
Yeah,
for
and
food.
if you are working somewhere that doesn't pay you a livable wage, then you should be able to still have access to food, even though the companies won't pay you. Like, what are we even talking about? Like the thoughts that for some reason you don't think that people should be able to get assistance because they need food is absolutely mind-blowing. Yes, I understand that there are certain people that do abuse certain social safety nets. Yes, that does not mean that you strip away all the social safety nets. That does not mean that you actually get rid of access for people that actually need it. It means that you improve those systems. You actually refine those systems. You help the people that need help. You don't take away from other people. This is insane.
Well, I'm assuming this bill that was passed was put into.
You're assuming, but you don't know anything. No, the BBB is very harmful. Sorry. Go ahead, Dean.
Where are we at?
In
fucking outer space at the moment.
I don't know why you guys are being condescending. Maybe I'm not really that versed as you guys are. I'm like the average dude.
Okay. Listen, if you're not too versed on economics, then why are you advocating for policy that's gonna fucking kill people without being too versed on like the justification for it? Like, dude, if you're gonna like support policy that's gonna kill people from starvation, you should at least have like an argument to justify. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm not that versed. Oh, I don't know anything. Oh, no, it fucking kills people." You have to be able to at least have an argument for it. Okay. Like, I feel like that's such a fair ask, you know? It's like imagine if I asked you to hedge like $100. Like, do you want to bet $100 that you're right and I'm wrong about this topic of food stamps?
I wouldn't, because you definitely know more than me about this.
Exactly. You won't even bet $100 that you're right and I'm wrong, given that $100 is taken out of your account and personally negatively impacting you. So how come you're betting the livelihoods or lives of like millions of Americans? Like, you understand this is what you're doing when you just hold to these beliefs baselessly with no reason. Oh, take away food stamps. Let's kill people. Like, you are betting their lives that you're right.
So you're
and
saying
that you have a good idea
bill
here.
that will pass, it will remove all food stamps.
We weren't even talking about a bill. We were talking just in like a general sense about what your thoughts are on like supporting or not supporting food stamps. So please tell me once again, if you're not even willing to bet $100 from your bank account that you're right and I'm wrong, why are you willing to bet the livelihoods and lives of like millions of Americans?
I don't think that I'm betting the lives of millions of Americans. Maybe I am. I'm not sure.
Well, listen, if what you think in your head was made true in America right now, millions of people would lose access to these benefits. So many people would starve to death. That's the reality. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, unless like this is all just a big virtue signal that you don't actually know.
I really don't think so, dude. Human beings can go without food for days. Like, the way that you're making it seem is like...
What?
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Did you just say human beings can go without food for days?
That's a fact. Look it up. That's a fact.
Sammy.
He's saying people will die.
Sammy, I'm not saying that human beings can't go for days without food. I'm saying human beings should not have to go days without food. Elon Musk is worth $400 billion. Why are you advocating for people to have to go days without food? What the fuck are we even talking about anymore?
There's actually a lot of benefit to intermittent fasting. Like, extreme amount of benefit. We have a huge obesity problem in America, and most of the people who are in these demographics
this is literally, you're literally advocating for the fuck you die bill. Yo, my God, you're literally advocating for the fuck you die bill. Oh yeah, go tell that. Please go tell that. please go tell that to children that haven't ate dinner for the last 2 months and have been reliant upon the free meals that they get from their school, but have summer coming up a week from now and they're really worried about how they're going to be able to get enough so they don't lose weight by the start of the next school year. Go tell them the benefits of intermittent fasting and how it could really help them in their life. No, you're literally advocating for the fuck you die bill. You're saying, take them off food stamps, make them starve. In fact, if they starve, it'll be good. Like, holy shit, Sammy. I'm so happy that you don't have like some great amount of elector power. I'm really happy that you're not in a public office. Holy shit.
No, I really think children are different. They do deserve to eat, but I was speaking more on the people who are.
Oh, yeah. What about when that child grows up, bro? Whoa, boom. All of a sudden, no, fuck you, die.
There's a lot of benefit. There's a lot of benefit.
So you think that we should like intentionally starve poor people for the benefits of intermittent fasting?
Wow.
I just want to clarify that's your position. We should intentionally starve poor people so they can reap the benefits of intermittent fasting.
I mean, it's kind of like, when you take a shot, it's going to hurt at first, but you'll be better off after that.
So I just want to be clear. That is your... 1 second, Santana. I need you to affirm that your position is that we should intentionally starve poor people so they can experience the benefits of intermittent fasting.
Rabbit hole is a little bit absurd.
Trust me. This is absurd. That is the first spot-on thing you've said all day. But now to go back to it, your position in a nutshell is that we should intentionally starve poor people so they can reap the benefits of fasting.
Right now, like if I were just thinking through logic without emotion, kind of like how you are, you're kind of rage baiting. But if I were to think
rage baiting?
A little bit.
Me?
I think you are a
Okay.
little bit.
Okay, you have to be a troll.
If you were to think just with logic.
You have to be a troll. You have to be a troll.
No, just let me finish this logic train for you right here, okay?
Sorry, no, I'm intentionally cutting you off. I hear that there's benefits of interrupting people.
If
it actually teaches you more self-control. So like the intermittent interrupting, it teaches you like more self-control. It makes you more grounded in reality. Kind of like tests like your emotional regulation. There's a lot of benefits of this.
I appreciate the
I'm giving you more benefits. More benefits. Fuck you. More benefits. I'm trying to benefit you, bro.
I get it. It's a crazy talking point. It's a crazy argument. It's a little bit off the rails. I get it.
It's not crazy. It's inhumane. It's stupidity. It's absolute hubris at its highest level for you to sit here and say that someone should actually go through intermittent fasting and you equate that to people not actually being able to eat. There's a decision made when you do intermittent fasting. Yes, it has multiple health benefits. That's not the same as not being able to eat. People should have access to food. It's not about obesity. It's about poverty. And you are an absolute idiot.
I appreciate that. Can I just respond?
No, we're still benefiting you. We're benefiting you by interrupting.
I mean, interrupting isn't proven through any research or science like intermittent fasting is. But can I just respond?
Yeah, go ahead. I just wanted to benefit you a little bit more.
So when you don't eat, you turn into a beast. Like when you're at a point where you literally need food to survive, you become the best version of yourself. That's
until you don't slap nuts.
My God.
Until you don't.
Oh my God.
That's a proven fact. I do it for
God.
myself. I'll go.
I'm sorry, dude. I can't. I'm sorry for kicking him, everybody. I know that there's probably a couple of you out there that wanted to hear what he had to say, but are you kidding me? No, he was literally saying that we need to starve poor people to death so they can become the best versions of themselves.
What are you doing, bro?
Dude, how does one come to those conclusions? You know what I mean? Like the fact that there's people like me, like you, like everybody in here, they're a person with a brain and experiences and memories and loved ones and birthdays and childhood memories and crushes, partners, life goals, career paths, just like us that like think we should starve poor people nearly to death to benefit them. Oh my God. Like, yo, man, it's like, what has to happen to somebody so they can experience that?
I don't get it. Like it's like advocating for inhumanity is absolutely insane. Like the wild thing is he tried to conflate it with the medical benefits, which yes, intermittent fasting does have amazing medical benefits and can definitely help. But
Under controlled conditions for some people.
exactly.
For some people, not even all people. If
Exactly.
you're diabetic and you do an intermittent fast, you'll die.
Exactly. But like, people should be able to fucking eat. I don't know. Dean, real quick, I'm sorry. Jesse, thank you for the 3. Brittany, thank you for the 10. Kenya, thank you for the 1. And Ink, thank you for the 2. Dean, I'm gonna actually go eat.
That's fair, man. Go grab some food. I appreciate you so much for coming up here and coasting for a while, bro.
Appreciate you way more, bro. Good luck.
Yeah, you take care, bro. You take care. Thank you so much for joining. We're gonna get the next guest up here while we are loading the next guest. And there's a handful of people that I would like to thank for their donations. So if you just give me a moment here, that would be great. First and foremost, I would like to thank Anna for the $10 over on PayPal. Anna says, because everybody sucks, but I love you. Dude, Anna, I appreciate you for the kindness. I love you too. Thank you for the $10. Everybody, show some love to Anna down below in that chat while we are working on getting the very next guest loaded up into the stream. Let's get Dave up here. As well as Ashley, the $2. Thank you so much for the love, Ashley. Then Anonymous, thank you so much for the $100 over on PayPal. Anonymous, that is incredibly kind of you. Everybody, let's see 1,000 Anon W's down below. Anon. Very nice. Anon says, it looks like you really need to cheer up. Hope this helps, dude. Anon, thank you so much for your kindness. Honestly, let me tell you, I'm pretty beat from the stream today. Today's been rough for a lot of reasons. Today's been rough. I appreciate you for the $100, Anonymous. As well as Kaylee, thank you so much for the $5 over on PayPal. Kaylee says, please go to Discord. Lovey has an important message you need to see in the live chat. Drop it in the live chat. Appreciate you for the $5, Kaylee. I'd also like to quickly thank Jackson for the $5, saying, hi, Dean. Please check Lovey's message in the live channels of your Discord, please, and thank you from Jackson. Well, Jackson, I appreciate you for the $5. Once again, you could drop that down there in the live comment section. As well as Ronald, thank you so much for the $25 over on PayPal. Ronald says Democrats would feed 100 people in fear that one would starve. Republicans would starve 100 people in fear that one is undeserving. You know what, Ronald? I'm never going to forget that quote. I'm never going to forget that quote. I appreciate you for that love, Ronald. And then Edward with a $20 as well. Thank you so much for the love, Edward. Edward says, this mediocrity mindset drives me out of my mind. Those who don't have, don't deserve it. Fuck you, caller. Nah, man, I'm totally fine with saying fuck you to that last caller. He was saying some crazy shit. He was saying some fucking crazy shit, man. Then Carissa, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. Saying that the world needs people like you. This is mentally taxing work, but don't burden yourself if you could help it. Oh, I love what I do. Thank you so much for the love. As well as Tim with a 5, Grace with a 5, Alex with a 5, Jalen with a 5, VD with a 2, then Emily, thank you for the 10, saying I see how frustrated you are with this guy. I hate that people like him exist. No, I hate that people like him exist too. I could agree. And then Nicholas with the $10 over on Venmo saying benefits to kicking. We got him out of here. Then Abby with the $5 on Venmo says, as somebody who has suffered from anorexia, this guy is absolutely disgusting. There are no benefits to this. Nobody should go without food. I know. And I'm sorry that you had to hear that. It's just super, super disgusting rhetoric and beliefs. And then Sasha with the $10 saying that last guest believes that the best version of poor people truly is a dead poor person, unfortunately. Human garbage. Isn't that like just absolutely like fucking insane? I listen, I don't have any like thoughts on what he said beyond that. I don't have like any thoughts at all beyond that. Like it's just insane. Like nobody should adopt and or accept those views. And then also Lovey, I see your message in the Discord. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of words in there that I don't know how to pronounce. It would be significantly better for me to take that, look at it, Google the words, figure out how to pronounce them, and read it off on my next stream so everybody can understand the message that is attempted to be conveyed, compared to like me struggling with every other word. I did pin it though. I did pin it, so I'll take a look at that later. Somebody in the chat says, are you fucking kidding? No, I'm not fucking kidding, B. I can't pronounce like a handful of those words. I'm going to be honest. It's obviously going to be better for me to be able to read the message with words that I like after Googling the message, to Googling some of the words to figure out how to pronounce them. Anyways, all right. Let's go ahead and get that next guest up in the box right now. If you are MAGA, let me know down below. And now they're talking about Trinity. By the way, you guys, so I released a clip the other day of some lady named Trinity like confusing bacteria for like a baby. I mean, I'm sure that a bunch of you guys saw it. I'm sure that a bunch of you guys saw it. You know, it was a pretty funny clip. Trinity just has like no clue what the hell she's talking about. Well, it turns out that she has been like receiving death threats. People showing up on her doorstep, trying to get her like fired from her job. Like chat. What the fuck? Okay, I would have put it out there. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then even like about Trinity, she wasn't evil. She was just stupid. You know what I mean? Like I remember when she was up here. Like she was trying her best to be kind. She was trying her best to like follow the conversation. She was just dumb. She wasn't like an evil person. You know what I mean? So like especially to do that to like somebody who like I don't even think was like an evil person, just like kind of stupid. It's like very, very, very wrong and bad. So like please don't do that. Please never do that. Never, like ever do that. Anyways, welcome in, Lumber. Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
22.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Cookie King Mogzio.
Very nice.
Yeah, sorry.
Very nice. So why do you support me?
What?
Wait, sorry. So why do you support Trump?
I don't. Support Cookie King.
Very nice, very nice. Moving on to the next guest. I'm getting very tired. Everybody. Oh, what's up? Do you support
Sammy
Trump?
pissed me off.
What's that?
Sammy pissed me off, Dean. We've talked before. Sammy pissed me off. I had to jump in the queue. I'll take 20 seconds. I want everybody to go. I work for a homeless organization, and right now the president is putting out a executive order to basically end all funding for Housing First initiatives and end any and everyone who is homeless is in danger of being put into a commitment against their will. Okay, I need everybody to look up on that and read up on it. It's very important stuff. Sammy needs to go and look at his local school districts. And I want everybody to go in and see how many children are registered as homeless in my local school district. Just Google that. And the number will astound you. The estimates will astound you. So the fact that this guy is advocating for people to not have food infuriates me, and it infuriates everybody else. Yes, it's a new executive order that he just put out on the 23rd or the 24th. Ending the it's basically the ending the homeless. He wants to put them in camps. He wants to put them in forced treatment plans. He wants to get away with Housing First, which is you go into Housing First, you don't have to be clean or sober to get a stable housing over your head, and then you work on your treatment. And we have 30 years. We have 30. I work for a homeless organization and for my city as a homeless commissioner. We have 30 years of data that supports Housing First, and he is trying to get rid of it, and he is going to defund it. So everybody has to look into this executive order. It's very important. I love you, Dean. I hope you're taking care of yourself and your heart. Are you?
You know what? I am. I had a couple days off. It was great. Now, thank you so much for bringing that up.
Yeah. I didn't hear you guys talking about it. I know you debate and sometimes people don't bring it up, but that executive order is some scary fucking shit. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing some of that information. I hope that you have a good rest of your day.
You too.
All right, everybody. I think that I'm going to end for the day. Probably. I am like beyond tired. I don't know why I'm beyond tired. It's been a long day. You know, I think that, oh man, I think that I've gotten really good at kind of dealing with like the load that the streams put on me, if that makes any sense, just by doing them so often. But then every so often, a new amount of like mental taxation will be put on me. Like, dude, today the people were just unbelievable. Like, I don't think we left it. I've been on here for 4 hours. I don't think that I've left today with like a decent conversation. Like, let's recap. Let's recap the dialogue that we've had so far. YouTube cannot be monetized. Bro! Earlier on the YouTube stream, do you guys remember when now maybe a lot of you weren't there. I was playing like waiting room music while I was using the restroom and I made sure that it was royalty free. Turns out it actually wasn't.
Getting all your daily nutrients.
Turns out it actually wasn't royalty free. And I got a strike for it, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Whoever made that video entitled it royalty free, when in all reality, it was not royalty free, is a scam artist, quite frankly. Now, we're going to go ahead and head off for the day. I love you all. I will see you all tomorrow. On your way out, here's what I will recommend. You should all go watch my most recent TikTok. It's a video going over how Trump has placed a lot of your First Amendment rights under attack, media organizations under attack, leaders under attack. It's worth checking out. Go drop it a like. Go drop it a repost. I love you all, though. I'll see you tomorrow, and I do think that Parker should be on here soon if you're still